Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate each and every one of us for gracing this occasion. I don't know if this voice is getting down there. Yeah? The voice. The voice. All right. Okay. Yes, let me use this medium to present to you all this movement. I describe it as a movement because it's an empowerment initiative for mindset restructuring. We have seen over time how and the way things is going in our nation, our dear country, the only identity that we all bear. But what I'm pretty sure is no one of us here, even those living in diaspora, are very happy with the way things are going. And we all keep on navigating on one same direction for now 57 years, and we're still counting. My fears and worries is, when are we going to get the result to this turbulence? When? 57 years ago, or a little bit more than that, in 1960, we had an independence. We became Nigeria for the Nigerians, no longer under the supremacy of the British. But for 57 years, we are still walking around the country, unable to identify which path, direction we should take as a people. Each time we recite our national anthem, it says, "Arise, O compatriots, for Nigeria's call, obey." Say to serve our fatherland with love, strength, and faith. But one thing is sure here, for the labor of our past heroes not to be in vain, is to be committed to the pursuance of the dream that we all have. Ladies and gentlemen, let me talk about the Lost Voice Empowerment Initiative and what brings about this initiative. In the year 2001, I left this country to Europe, to the Western world, in search for a better life, believing that the greener pasture wasn't here, but in the Western world, like every one of us believe it's to be. Upon my arrival, I discovered that this is really a beautiful place. So wonderful. All the areas, the streets, the homes, everything is looking pink and khaki. The people, the way they see things, the way they reason, the way they absorb information, is completely different and well defined from the way we are here at home. But what I then discovered was that a greener pasture is never given to anybody, but a greener pasture is earned. That simply means that even in where you are coming from, you can make it a greener pasture if you want, and if you are ready to achieve it. And this is where I spent a lot of years, over a decade, trying to dig in and understand this thing, to the root. In 2008, this is the year I began to think that It's something that we can do in our nation to make it a better place for all. In my 39 years, I have heard nothing better from our people, my age group, my parents, their parents, the little children coming. Only one thing: Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is this. Nigeria is that. If you ask a little child of just 7 years, who are responsible for the situation that we are in this nation today, the message is clear. The child wouldn't need to be highly educated to have this information. The child is going to tell you right away, the leaders. Also, call on anybody in this country today and say, can you just name the resources we have in this country? The message, the answer is very clear. The answer is what? Petroleum. I discovered that there is a misinformation from the very base, wrongly taught, wrong information that has been impacted into our system. We've been inculcated with wrong information right from our onset. And this problem, I can assure you that this is not we that's present here today, except for very few. These are a bad seed sown from so many years by our parents and our grandparents. They have taught us so wrong. They taught us who to love if it pleased them, and who to hate if it doesn't please them. They wrongly taught us how to love our political party leaders and to hate those that are of another political party. They've taught us to put our parties before us and to leave Nigeria as second option. Meanwhile, things are functioning contrary. In the Western world, where we're striving to go, where we describe or see to be the greener pasture, things are working the other way around. Their country is first in the heart of everyone. A little child, an adult, a third age, and so on and forth. We here, the only thing that we have been taught, like I said earlier, is how to blame our political leaders for the way things are going, or the way things are going in our nation. It's how to blame those that are even trying to make things better for us. The message we brought to you, or will bring it to you today, is when are we going to sit down and begin to ask ourselves this question? Is it possible for those of you who are married men here, is it possible for a man to be married 14 times and divorced 14 times and still thinking that his ex-wives are the problem? Is it possible? We have had 14 presidents, including head of states, to date, including the incumbent. But what we are still thinking is that all the past and present leaders, we're talking of not just president alone, we're saying both presidents, both state governors, both local government chairmen and church presidents, all in the office of public offices, that they are responsible for the problem we are facing. What we are not asking ourselves is, in what way are we supporting this nation to move forward? In what way? We the people, you and I, in what way? We keep on accusing and finding fault. We have turned this nation to a nation of fault finding. Is the place, or instead of a nation of problem resolve? giving solution to the problem that we have. We believe that once elected to the public office, that person is to resolve every single problem that we have. The fact is, that is the wrong way. Our leaders are never our enemies. We elected them to the office they occupy because we have some problem, we have some issue, or there are things we want them to resolve for us. But mind you, as you need them to resolve this issue, the same way they need you to cooperate with them to achieve that which is expected of them. And without your support, they cannot get it done. And without them, you cannot get it done. You see, I am Rollins Ogie. I hail from Edo State, Benin City. And there is an adage that says, when this hand take water and wash this, and this hand is, the body will be clean. One hand cannot do it all. A finger cannot pick a slide from the head. We need all of us together. We need us to show a shoulder together. We need that thing that is called togetherness. We need oneness to push our nation to a better place. I know. Right now, there are some here who might be thinking, I'm sure perceiving this guy has something to do with these leaders or something, political, whatever. But I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? I have no political leader in my family. I have not sat down in the table with anyone. I don't know anyone. The only thing that is true here is that I'm a Nigerian like you. And possibly, I never had the opportunity that you had. Because I was born and brought up in a very small village. But what I'm here to tell you today is that how long are we going to remain in a nation that the people doesn't see themselves as possible problem that hinders their progress? How long are we going to remain in this? This is a spectrum of problems similar to each other. We have to bring a solution to this. And what is the solution? That is what we are here to talk about. The problem, we know. The solution, we also know. Now, when you identify your problem, which is the only way to move forward in life, first thing is to identify the challenges you are having. And the second thing is to get what they call a resolving plan on how you can get this problem solved. And when you have that, it's to ask yourself, how can this solution be implemented? And when you're able to get that, the third one will now be, when do we start, or when do I start? And when you ask me the question, when, I will tell you the answer is now. And when you ask problem, that is what you and I know better. And when you ask me, what is the solution? It's right here. And I present to you today, officially, this book. This is the mindset restructuring. The information that will help us to restructure our mindset on how to move together in this dilapidated state that we are living. We need a better time. We need a nation that every word can speak good of. We need a people that every word can talk on good way. We need a nation that the world would like to come and invest and do big businesses. We need a nation that is prosperous, that the people are proud of, and everybody is willing to do it together. We cannot leave this for one person alone. The leaders need us and we need the leaders. But there are so many things that is really wrong. There are so many things that is really wrong. And when you think about the name, the lost voice, who are the lost voices? The lost voice, one is you, it's me, it's those people that their values have been charted. that we need to give voice to. Your families, my families, every Nigerian. But my question is, how do we expect, very first place, how do we expect to move forward in a nation when nobody is willing to pay tax to the government? How do we move forward? More than 80% of the people sitting here today, we all have traveled to the Western world. Some are living there, like I am. And we have seen for ourselves that the only way they move forward, that they do things that they are doing and making their environment look so glorious, is from tax. Everybody pays taxes. They are committed to doing this. They love doing it. You know why? Because they have been taught right from their childhood. But we've not been taught so. We've not. And that is why we see it as a very difficult thing to do. But I'll tell you, if we really want to get this nation that we are looking for, a better Nigeria that we have so longed for, the old, the young, and the babies, if we don't want that the day of tomorrow when we become old, that our children is inheriting the same situation, the same nation that we have today, then we have to be committed to building this nation in togetherness. There is nobody in the world that is coming to resolve it for us. No Cameroonian is coming. No German. No British man. They are done with you. No American is coming to fix it. The people to fix Nigeria and make Nigeria a better place are in Nigeria and themselves. The area we understand this and acknowledge this and begins to work towards achieving this. I have not seen any nation in the world that's, you know what, our problem, yes, we know we have, no, we know. For example, you imagine the state of things is completely, not America. We need the Italians to come and fix it first. Or imagine the Spanish people calling and thinking that the British really want to come and fix their nation. The fact is, no one is going to resolve the problem for you until you yourself acknowledge that you have a problem and begin to design a solution for that problem. And there's one thing I want to tell you tonight. In this country, I have not seen any other country in the world that practices religion more than Nigeria. They practice religion like no other person in the world. But my point is that inspired the devotion that we have in practicing religion, we are not doing what the scripture says. Be you Muslim or be you Christian, we are not doing what the scripture says. The scripture tells you that heaven has those who hurt themselves. But you are not hurting yourself. You want the government or leaders to bring food and place on your table, to take you a hot plate every day, and to buy you a car and to take the people to school. You are not ready to do things for yourself. When the roads are bad, we are blaming our leaders, but we are not paying taxes. Even that which is collected from the road transport users, which are the keke and the bike and the buses and whatever, I don't know where the money is. It is not used to this country. We need to ask ourselves what is the problem. And we need to put ourselves down and sit down and come down from cloud 9 and begin to resolve our problem for ourselves. It's a message we have brought to you. And also we want to tell you about equality. We want to tell you about that. And we want to tell you about that strongly. Because we believe every Nigerian may reach this right. Whether green, short, or slim. the fact that you are Nigerian, you marry the same right like every other person. And this has to do whether you are a male child or you are a female child. We shouldn't be having a gender discrimination in our nation. Every Nigerian ought to be seen the same way, with the same value, meriting and having the possibility to achieve the same thing. For a long time ago, in so many decades ago, the rights of our women had completely been chatted. Can I talk about this inclusively? Absolutely be chatted. Though all these are still in a paradigmatical way, bringing all that is not right, all that we are doing wrong, and how to build everything and build a better for ourselves, for our children, for them not to suffer the same thing we're suffering today. It's all involved in one role. Where is the right of our daughters? Where is the right of our women? You see, so many years ago in the olden days, it was said that woman cannot do what a man can do. That's a message saying the women were inferior to the man. I'm going to answer you. I'm going to answer you that question or that mindset that was true. That was true. But right now, it's no longer the truth. That was true because in the olden days, everything was done manually. And as you all can attest, the women doesn't have the physical strength that the men possess. But in this present day, physical strength are completely erased. 95% of the things done today are done technologically. And that means the brain is required. A man have a brain and a woman have it. Your level of intellect might be more than mine, but what is important is that we all can do it. And with that information, I don't see any reason why any man should feel superior to any woman. We are all same human beings, and we ought and merit to be treated the same way. And let me ask you this question. There's this thing that's really hard to me. I hope I'm going to have a better time the day of tomorrow, that I will explain this to you and tell you about myself. Because I'm a child born from a polygamous family. And I can tell you that what I'm telling you is what I have in my vein. Where does this come from? This thing that is saying one man can marry more than one woman at a time. And one woman cannot marry more than one man at a time. I want to know. All of us here, if you are not a Christian, you are Muslim. And if you are not, you are a Buddhist. If you are not a Buddhist, then you are a pagan. Unbeliever, let me use that word. But it doesn't matter the religion that we practice. What's important is that we all believe in God. One God. And when God created this world, He created one man and one woman. And I want to tell you this. I have not seen the richest man or a rich man that is up to the level of Adam. Adam had been the richest man the world had ever known. When God created everything, your gold, your silver, your diamonds, your fields, everything. He created Adam and said, have dominion over all. And that same God that we believe in, that same God that we are worshiping, that we all are afraid of, made one man and gave him one woman. But I don't know how you begat your traditions and religions that now say that you can have more than one woman if you have the money to take care of them. If you are richer than Adam, I don't understand. That was a blueprint from God himself on how we should navigate, on how we should behave. Because egoism is a disease. When a man has one woman, you begin to see yourself as a king and seeing your women as slaves. They are not your slaves. They are just equal human beings, just the same way you are. But the African mindset has been something that locked us in one, I don't know the best word to use, that made us to see ourselves as kings and our women as some little slaves. Even from the mindset that we are now carrying, our women are just little more than a ram in the marketplace. If you can tell me that one man can have more than one woman, if you have money to take care of them, then I want you to tell me what happened to me if I have money to purchase 7 goats in the market. Tell me the difference between a woman and that ram. What makes you think that you are better than one woman? And I want to tell you this inclusively. There is no nation in the world that can achieve her full potential without carrying her women along. No nation. All these things we're doing without giving women the same right that we have, we the men, it's only a periphrasis and doesn't take us to anywhere. The earlier we realize this and acknowledge this fact and begin to dig in on how to modify our laws, the better for us. The better. And I also want to tell you this thing. This initiative also have in its agenda to appeal to our lawmakers to research the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If there's anything that I know better, it should be the law. I have seen that our Constitution does not deliver in its provisions any right to our women when it comes to the Marriage Contract Act. And that has to be seen to. Our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, they need a coverage when they get married tomorrow. Because marriage is a beautiful thing. But sometimes it ain't good. But other times it might not. Like the case of my mother. That you can read very well from that book. It is not good to live in a society where a woman is being sent away from her husband home just like one wraps and settlement is not made. Not one, there is no law that said, come on here, you are a human being. You ought not to be treated this way and be sent away as a piece of rock. No, you have suffered with this folk. And whatever both of you have in common while you were together ought to be split into 3 places. One to take care of the children, one for the woman, and one for the man. That is how it ought to be. And the law needs to see so. The women need to be very vibrant and very positioned in the upkeeping and well outgoing of this nation. We cannot do this for too long, ladies and gentlemen. We can't do this for too long. And I want to end up by saying this. I have been talking on how do we move our nation. In so many ways, things have gone wrong. So many ways. And I want to bring an illustration to you. We sometimes, we have been to the medical center to take treatment. Now, you assume that this country, Nigeria, is a hospital. And the law is the medicine. All right. The law is the drugs which is being prescribed. The medical doctors are our leaders. Take this illustration. Okay? And we, the people, are the patients. All right? Now, let's understand this way. Can the medical doctor get a good, well-known hospital with good prescriptions and good patients who talk good of them if the patients are not taking the doctor prescription adequately? Is it possible? It's not. But like I said, get the book before you. As you read through this manifesto, you will find for yourself what this message, what this movement is all about. And I urge you to be part of this, because in togetherness, we can fix a better nation and make our place a better place for us and for our children and for generations to come. God bless you. Thank you all, and you have a nice day.
Are you serious?
What the fuckers is DJ E Maximus? Yo, they call me Pablo, and I'm hanging out with the outer space DJ E Maximus.
Welcome. You are tuned in and locked on to the frequency of the music Freakazoid.